Hi folks, it is Papa and Nana move to Florida time. So we're going to tell you all about it. We're starting a YouTube channel about it, and we thought we'd take you on a walk here and see if we can tell you about what in the world's going on with us. So here we go. What do you say, Nana?
Cocoa Beach, baby.
Cocoa Beach. So we'll get to Cocoa Beach in a minute, but so we've lived all over the country, from upstate New York to Denver, Colorado to Texas, and we've really been, I've dragged poor Nana about everywhere, and we've been a lot of places, and I must say we're also getting a little older, so the reason you'd move to Florida is because basically you're preparing to be old. So that's what we're doing. And
Warm weather.
yeah, warm weather for sure. You know, the time we spent in Texas, we discovered that we like warm weather quite a bit. So that was neat. So preparing to be old means we probably have shoveled our last shovel full of snow. Now, growing up in Buffalo, New York, and then spending a considerable amount of years in Denver, the first stint we were there, and then the second stint when we thought we might retire there. It's just, you know, we've had it with the snow. So we decided, you know, we were going to move to Florida and retire. So we've been lucky enough to retire. We're in our 50s. So, you know, it's been fortunate. So that's what we're doing. We're going to take you on our journey. So why in the world would you want to retire here? Well, I would, you know, we got to talk about finances. Number one is, when you own a house in Denver, Colorado, and you live under a roof of most of your retirement money, that's really not a good plan. So housing is half the price down in Florida, and of course Nana bought a house a little nicer than half the price, but that's Nana for you. You're gonna find this out. So yeah, you just, you know, sometimes you gotta go where you can afford to do it. Secondly, you know, income taxes, there isn't any state income tax, so that really helps you significantly too. Because although we're not retired yet, we're about as semi-retired as you can get. So I still work with my company, and I also trade stocks and bonds and whatnot during the day, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. So our house is building up in Kissimmee area, and you know, we thought we could stay up in Denver or whatever and get an apartment or whatever, and there were other people that were willing to take us in, of course, but we just thought this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so we thought we'd come be beach bums for about 6 months until the house is ready. So that was kind of our plan, and you know, it's worked out pretty well. I mean, we love walks on the beach and things like that. I mean, we live right on Cocoa Beach, so every time there's a SpaceX launch, we come out and watch it. It's just an unbelievable place to be. But having said that, you know, with the COVID-19 going on and whatnot, we are
really put a damper on.
Yeah, you know, it kind of killed our plans because we went and got a 3-bedroom place so people could come to visit and spend a weekend, and we'd have, yeah, all kinds of people visiting.
Didn't know quite happen.
And really, almost nobody came. We got one visit once, but it's been tough, so it really didn't work out. But we still don't regret it, but we are bored.
Very bored.
So we're the type of people that, I mean, thinking that at our age, we're going to sit on the couch and watch Netflix, it's just not going to happen. That is not for us. So, although we do sit on the couch and watch Netflix, it's probably not, I mean, you can't do that for a whole day, much less a whole week. Oh, there's no way. So there's no way. So, our house is building just minutes from Disney, and we have 8 grandkids that are spread out amongst 3 states, so it's impossible to live next to all of them. So I thought what was a good idea, you know, trying to convince yourself that this is a good idea, was that we'd come here mainly because the airfare here is really inexpensive. And you could live in Denver, you could live other places, but this is the cheapest place you could live that everybody could afford to come to. And when you're minutes from the parks and the beaches and the Daytona 500 and all this other stuff, it's kind of the place everybody wants to go anyways. So we'll see how that works out. You know how it is. You get a new house and everybody comes once, and then maybe you don't see them again, Nana, right? That kind of happened in other places that we've been at, but we'll see how it goes here. I think this is a little bit different. I made notes for our YouTube channel. So we wanted to become the vacation destination, and I think that's what we're going to do. So, just to work, so what are we going to do on our YouTube channel? Well, we have a lot of interest, so we could do a lot of things. The first thing we thought about doing is just being a resource for anybody watching to go to the parks, to do Florida, to do NASCAR races, to do Universal, Disney, SeaWorld, all of it. We've got a lot of experience, and I think our little advantage is we've taken multiple grandkids on multiple trips, and our channel be a little different than most of the channels that you see doing this. I mean, channels on what to do at amusement parks are a dime a dozen, and I mean, some of them are fantastic, like the Rick's Flicks folks, Rick and Nikki and Tim Tracker and Devin with the Prince Charming channel. These are our heroes. They're just the best.
We enjoy watching them.
They are the best, and you should watch those channels and just support them and do all you can. You know, we're grandparents that take grandkids, and we're into saving money. And if you are too, I think we can save you a ton, because we've done it every way it can be done. And the fun of it might be is that, you know, there's a couple different ways to attack the parks. If you live in Florida, it's a whole different ball game as to how you attack the parks. When you're coming from outside of Florida and all you've got is 4 days and you've got to go all in, that's a whole different plan. And we'll be able to talk about that in separate videos coming up. But you need to watch those because I mean, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, so when we put a new video on, you guys don't miss that. We're going to save you money, and we're going to save you pain. every time we see a little kid dressed in a princess outfit, walking around hotter than you know what, crying
because
1
they
hour
are
into
so
the
hot.
day, we just look at each other and say, happiest place on earth. It's another, there's lots of things you should be doing when you come. We're going to go over most of them. So that's fun. So, hey, we grew up in amusement parks. We grew up in Western New York. So the first amusement park I went to was Crystal Beach. And this is back in the day where you had to buy paper tickets. And when you went on a ride, you had to hand them a little paper ticket. And wow, that we just dated ourselves, that one. But and you know, our best family vacations, our kids, not our grandkids, but our kids talk about, they remember those family vacations. They just can't forget them. So our channel is going to be about making memories with those kids that they'll never forget. And the surprising thing is, gang, it's not about spending money on memories. Sometimes you can make those memories to last a lifetime and it doesn't cost a thing but time and effort. So that's kind of what we're into. We get up every day trying to think of a way that, is there something we can do that these kids or grandkids will remember for the rest of their life. So moving to Orlando, what are you, crazy? Moving to Orlando, it's hot. It's hot. You grew up in Buffalo, New York. You lived in Denver. How in the world are you going to take the heat? Well, we found out we kind of liked it, and we didn't think we were going to when we moved to Dallas, Texas, to start our company. And we found out you acclimate quite quickly. The other thing is, we didn't just come down to Florida, spend a week, get lucky on the weather, and decide that's the way it is. Now, the 3 years before we moved here, we had visited Florida 18 times. We had Disney season passes, Universal season passes, and we did the work. So a lot of people struggle with the heat and whatnot, so you might be too. So be careful, make sure it's for you before you decide to come. We did the work, we know what we're getting into, and it's all good for us. Some of our other things we'd like to do are starting a YouTube channel. We're into fitness. At least Nana's really into fitness, and she's much more fit than I am. But we recently started discovering the Keto Diet. Nana's become an unbelievable cook at some of the most unbelievable recipes you will see.
Yeah, the recipes, some of them are just so good.
This diet is not a diet because you can actually make delicious food you look forward to.
Simple ingredients, just a few ingredients, and you've got a great meal.
So we bought a Peloton because in the COVID-19 world you can't do much, just to maybe walk on the beach.
Yeah, the gyms are closed, so Nana can't go to the gym.
So no Orange Theory for Nana right now, but we might take you on that journey. Papa's going to try and lose 20 pounds. And we're going to do it through keto, through Peloton, through walks on the beach, and anything else we can think of. Maybe you can go along with us. It might be fun. So we'll try that. The other things we do on this beach is I really found out I really like beach fishing, surf fishing. So we've got some poles. We learned quite a bit about that. We catch fish.
That is fun.
And we eat them. And it's a lot of fun. You probably wouldn't fish today. The surf's a little rough out there. But lots of seaweed kicking up there, so it's a little tough. So, I mean, we'll go through all that. The other thing we got coming up is we'll be heading for the British Virgin Islands early next year, and we'll rent a catamaran and we'll go around the BVI. So we are avid sailors and we're very good at it. We've done it for years. We're a really good team, and we're going to take you on that adventure. So once again, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and we're going to show you how to do the BVI the way it should be done. And we've never been there, but we'll take you on that brand new experience, and that's the fun of it. And the last thing is, I don't know how much I'll do because you got to be careful, but we've been able to, you know, I trade stocks and bonds. I'm a day trader. I started doing it because I was unhappy with I guess the attention that one can get when they hire a broker and just go into a program, a preset program that they have for retirement. I just thought nobody cares more about my money than I do, and if I took my own responsibility for my own investing and learned everything I could, that we would be much better off. That is the understatement of the century, because I think there's a lot we could probably teach you, and we want to be careful because you should never follow anybody blindly in financing, but those would be for entertainment purposes only. It's what I'm supposed to say, so there it is. But we can teach you a lot if you want to day trade or swing trade stocks. We'll teach you some of the basics and see where that goes. We'll show you some of my trades, where to enter, where to get out, how to do it, what platform to use, and just have a good time doing it. So Papa and Nana moved to Orlando, and we're hanging out on Cocoa Beach where our house is getting done. Many more videos to come. I hope you'll subscribe and go on our little journey, our retirement journey with us, and see what you can learn along the way. By the way, Nana and I have never met a bottle of wine we didn't like. So, yeah. So that's it. Thanks for watching the video, and we will be back at you very soon.
See you soon.